Hello, everyone. This is Martha. I am a relationship counselor and clinical sexologist. And I am inspired to make this video because something happened to me today. And I don't really want to go into the details, but it made me realize that some of us actually go around asking people what they think about something, but actually what we're doing is we are seeking their approval to do that thing that we want to do. So they say, what might you think of this, and then they don't like your answer. So they might ask again, what do you think? No, really, what do you think? So essentially, they keep asking you until they get the answer that they like. And then they're like, okay, it's okay now because somebody is backing me up and they feel better about it. So I might be talking to you as if I am judging other people, but actually, I have a lot of compassion for that because I used to do that. I used to go around unconsciously asking for approval for the thing that I want to do. And it got to a point that I realized everybody was saying something different, and I was looking for approval. So once you have that awareness that you are not really asking for their opinion, you are actually asking for their approval, meaning that you actually were just wanting them to say, yes, it's a good idea, go ahead, do it, rather than what do you think, like really completely open, rather than take like go do it, yes. Once you realize that this is what is happening, you ask yourself, why am I doing that, why am I doing that, why am I doing that, it's my life. I used to do that, and I got better at it. And I'm going to just tell you, I'm going to just share that when I went to my parents and told them what was happening in my previous marriage, my parents were devastated. I was so surprised. My dad looked like he was going to cry. And then he said the words, do what you need to do to get out of this marriage. I felt I had the approval to leave. Until he said those words, I didn't know I was waiting for permission to leave my marriage that I was suffering in. So that made me realize, yeah, like, why did I do that? So perhaps we do give ourselves permission and approval to do certain things in our lives, but when it comes to certain bigger decisions, we don't. And if you find yourself doing that, being in a position where you needed someone of a higher power, like say your parents or God, to give you approval before you do that thing, whether it's big or small, essentially it boils down to the same thing, whether it's big or small. It doesn't mean that it's a big thing, you need bigger, higher power. Essentially, what it means is you have more doubt of yourself. So the first thing to do to heal your need for approval for people as a coach, the first thing for change to happen is to have awareness. First, you catch yourself doing it. Then you coach yourself. Why am I doing it? I notice that I'm doing it. Do I really need to be doing it? Does it really serve me to do it? It's my life. So with awareness comes the possibility for change. So I started noticing this happening in my life. And so I just shared with you one of the biggest moments of my life when I needed to feel that I had to ask for permission from my parents was the end of my first marriage. It was heartbreaking. That still is in my head, one of the most difficult memories that I've ever had in my life. So heavy. So first thing for us to heal that inner child, for us to move on to the next level of maturity is awareness. Catch ourselves doing certain things and then like, why am I doing that? I don't think that's serving me to keep doing that. And then the next thing that I would suggest is start to have a better relationship with yourself. If you are doubting yourself and you are putting your life in the hands of other people, obviously, you don't think that you are capable of taking care of yourself. You doubt yourself. In order to have a better relationship with yourself, trusting your intuition, being proud of the decisions that you make starts to anchor into your body. Yes, I can take care of me. I'm safe. I know what I'm doing. I love myself. I always make good decisions. When you start to do that, you build yourself up. So nobody needs to do that but you. You can do it for yourself. We are going into 2020 people. The next thing is, as you start to navigate through the path of life, you realize that it is free. It's free to give you advice. Opinions and advice is free. It doesn't cost them anything. They can be saying things out of their bottom and it doesn't cost them anything. So why are we pinning our lives on what people just flippantly say? Are they even people who are worthy of respect, worthy of listening to what they have to say? Like, do they even know what they're talking about? Do they have subject matter expertise? Have they gone for training? Just because this person has had a 20-year marriage, they know everything about marriage? Come on. So opinions and advice is essentially free. Some, you know how there's this saying, um, um, talk is cheap. It's not even cheap, it's free. So once you become aware, I'm doing this, and you realize that the bottom line is that you doubt yourself, build a better relationship with yourself, learn to trust yourself, love yourself, play with your intuition, start to realize that you are worthy, feed yourself, nourish yourself, strengthen yourself. The third one is words are free. Don't put too much of your life onto the opinion of others because they are not you. They don't understand the full situation. They cannot understand what you are thinking and feeling. They are not you. Words are free. Words are free. The next thing, number four, number four, I wrote this down because I wanted to make a good video for you guys. Number four is that as you start to talk to people and they give you their opinion, one of the things that you need to realize is talking to people, talking to multiple people, as if it's some kind of a voting system happening. It's not going to help you feel better. Sometimes when you talk and 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 talk about what you're feeling, you're reliving that moment. You're reliving that agony. You're reliving that pain. You actually start to feel really, 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 really bad. You start to feel really, really, really bad. And so when you share with people, blow by blow account of what is going on in your life, it does not mean you're going to feel better about it. It doesn't mean that the more you talk about it, the easier the answer, the solution will come. It doesn't mean if they understand blow by blow exactly what you're thinking, feeling, and going through, they will have a better idea of what kind of decision you can make. Because number three, words are free. I'm so sorry, but don't let anybody take away your sovereign right to yourself. Come back into yourself in 2020, okay, people? Please, 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 please. Don't give away your power. You are worthy. You are special. You are holy. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are unique. You are an individual. You don't have to do what your mother, father, sister, brother, friends, relatives say. You can hear what they have to say. You can take into account their opinion. You don't have to do what anybody tells you to do unless there are dire consequences. Think about it. So this is Martha. I'm just sharing with you a few tips that I've written down about what I think has helped me to overcome in terms of the need for approval. And I try to say it in a light-hearted way, okay? But this is a very, very, very serious and important topic. And I have suffered. I have suffered because there was a time in my life when I really was doing that. I was going around asking people for what they think by giving blow by blow account of my life. I was repeating myself again and again, repeatedly to several people. And then I got myself really tired, really exhausted, really depressed. And then when I didn't get the answer that I wanted, I just kept asking more people. And then I realized that actually I was seeking their approval to do the thing that I wanted to do because I didn't like what they had to say. So I just kept asking people. And then it made me realize that I was going around doing that because I didn't trust myself. I didn't trust myself to be responsible for my own life and my own happiness. And then I was giving away my power. So I asked myself, why was I doing that? I realized I was doing that because I didn't have this deep, loving relationship with myself. I needed to come back into trusting my intuition because my intuition had been broken because I felt that I had chosen the wrong man and I was broken. So I am sharing with you this with all the love in my heart that this does happen to us and we need to rebuild ourselves. We need to be kind and compassionate. And it's not easy when you feel that you've lost all of yourself and you're not sure who you are anymore. It's important to just take the time and to be really, really gentle with yourself. When nobody thinks you're worthy, nobody respects you or love you anymore, you find it inside yourself to have that little bit of flicker of candle of light that, you know what, I am worthy. I'm going to find it inside me. So this is Martha of Eros Coaching sharing a little bit about my personal life and attitude, and really wanting to send you some love and compassion this season, and hoping that there's some way maybe this has been useful, and I may meet you or work with you someday down the road. You can check out my work. I have 4 books, and you can find me at eroscoaching.com. That's Eros Coaching. And if you like, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel where I post all my videos there. You can also subscribe to my newsletter. That's where I share a lot of intimate things about myself. And I write to the people in my email list as if they're my friend because I want to reward those people who trust in me and who support my work and want to know what's happening with me, with my work. And so I share things that I don't share publicly with my email list. So it's worthwhile subscribing to my email list at what? eroscoaching.com. Bye-bye and have a good weekend ahead.